YouTube? So, my name is David. And it's kind of the intro to my channel. I'm going to try and start out here. So, the purpose of my channel is just kind of show you how I do things, how you can kind of do things on the budget as a new college graduate who's into automotive repairs, automotive, tuning, and into firearms, exercise, that kind of stuff. So, I mean, with my channel, it's going to be kind of a budget, just because I'm not saying that any other channels are doing things wrong, so you got to do it your way. That's just, the work for it. You got to go work for it the way you know how to. But in my channel, I'm just going to kind of go over what I do with my cars, how I'm doing it. Got a couple bigger projects, one specifically that I'll be announcing here in a little bit, probably in a video later, maybe this week. Plans kind of try to put out 2 videos a week. One might be a repair video or kind of working on something. Another one would probably be like a vlog style, just into my life a little bit, into what I do, kind of how, what my thoughts are on certain trends, things that are happening in the world or in the automotive community at least. But just so for a brief intro, I got my one car. It's going to be my one of my pride and joys, my 2010 Volkswagen Jetta 2.5 liter manual transmission. She's a little dirty and in need of a little bit of touch up right now. I kind of did a little bit of plasti dip over here, and it's been nicked off and chipped after about a year or two of just driving on the highway, doing different things with it. But pretty straight. She has done a lot of good things for me. She was kind of one of my first big projects on automotive repairs. So when I got her, I bought her on an auction block. The driver's fender, both doors need to be replaced. The B-pillar was kind of pushed in, and so it got repainted, redone, everything done. Inside, she's nice and clean, as you can tell. And so that's just kind of going to be what, some of it is. Another one of my vehicles that I have, it's going to be, I'll pull her up in a second, but on the Jetta thus far, I've got my exhaust. I did AWE tuning, exhaust, and a Carbano cold air intake from the motor. Eventually with this car, I'd kind of like to maybe go do a few different things. One of the things I was thinking about was doing away with the factory heavy seats. Even though they are pretty nice and comfy, they do only provide a little bit of bolstering. So I was thinking about maybe going and getting rid of the seats, maybe in for some Recaros or something, kind of a little more sportier. I know a couple of car manufacturers make a different swap. It's a factory Recaro. I don't necessarily know if I want to go the full hardcore race seats, non-adjustable, everything. That, and I've been kind of debating whether to go, since she's got the monster truck stance right now. She won't pass the MCM shoe test. Doing maybe away with that. Stock suspension is on Type R springs from the Volkswagen R. But I was thinking about maybe going airbags, coilovers. I don't know if how crazy I want to go with this car, just because as much as I do love my car, it's not going to be probably a forever car. It's one of those kind of cars that's good, good starter car. Gets pretty good gas mileage, pretty reliable. So, that one might be switched out. It's always been a dream to get a IS300 and do a 2JZ swap in it, so that way you could do a drift car. But again, that's not really reliable. That would be more of a toy kind of situation, and I need something that's halfway reliable. So that's probably going to be one of them. And then I'll show you my other car here. So, sorry I do a little bit of scooting around vehicles. So, this is my other vehicle, my big girl, my 92 F-150. She is currently 2-wheel drive. So, I do got a 3-inch body lift on it. I got probably going to pick up suspension lift, but one of the projects in the works, actually, I'm talking to a owner of another 92 F-150, is to do a 4x4 swap and go over to a manual transmission. Going to use the light duty transmission out of it. Other than that, she does have tinted windows, which were done when I was younger. They're faded out. You can kind of tell definitely from the front to the back. They're all supposed to be 5% window tint, but definitely the fronts need to be redone. I also have the full windshield. Shout out to Purdue Off-Road Club. I used to be president of that group, where it looks like we're trying to actually start that back up. So we might try and do some collaboration videos or something. Doing a little bit of work or going off-road, something like that. We'll see exactly what, is in the future for the club. But another thing on this truck is it's got typical kind of body cancer that's going to be replaced in a couple upcoming episodes. It is currently August, so I don't know if I'll get to it this year before winter hits, or if not, it'll be definitely first thing before spring, depending how the winter looks this year. So, typical Ford body rust. The fenders are starting to go. Those are easy bolt in, but she's got she's got the cab corners that are starting to rust out, and they've been kind of bondoed over and kind of replaced, but she's going to need to have at least a full cab corner setup put in. Then the back wheel wells are also starting to rust out a little bit, and the fuel door, but that's neither here nor there. Other sides of the truck is a little worse, just because this side's got the rust on it, and then there, when I bought the truck, my mom got into an accident with it, and that was a number of years ago. It just never got fixed because money was kind of always tight. And now that I'm graduated, it's going to be a project. We're going to see what happens ourselves, try and do most of the work ourselves, or if not, try and get at least a minimum, try and get somebody who knows a little bit more what they're doing, especially with welding, since I'm not that comfortable with welding, how to do it that well, especially not to warp body panels. The driver door's got a little scratch, and of course this wheel well's, again, just a bolt on, but that one's kind of rusted out. And then I don't know, we got a couple projects lined up for the big girl, and we'll see what happens. But I just wanted to introduce you guys to a little bit of my world and see what's going on, and kind of what I'm going to be doing on the channel here. Peace.